My supervisor faked her son's cancer and got a $5,000 bonus while I was selling furniture to pay for my daughter's chemo. When I asked for 1 week off to celebrate my kid's remission, she smiled and said, "I already claimed that week for our recovery trip. I'm sure you understand." I just stared at her. That was 3 months ago. This morning, she was escorted out by security, and her hands were shaking. I used to pride myself on being the kind of nurse who put her patients' well-being above her own. Every morning I'd arrive at 5 a.m., 2 hours before my shift, just to sit with Mr. Garner, who got anxious before sunrise. When Mrs. Jolie was dying and her family couldn't afford to fly in from Mexico, I used my vacation fund to buy their tickets. During my lunch breaks, I'd teach the newer nurses how to braid hair for our female patients because looking dignified mattered even in the end. My supervisor Meredith always took advantage of that dedication. She'd assign me the toughest cases because she knew I wouldn't complain. When families wrote those glowing reviews about the compassionate nurse, Meredith filed them under her own achievements. She started presenting my pain management protocols as her own innovations at board meetings. I worked unpaid overtime constantly while she marked it as voluntary on the timesheets. Things changed when my daughter Kaylee got diagnosed with leukemia. She was only 12 and suddenly needed chemo 3 times a week. I asked Meredith for an adjusted schedule, and she made this big show of sighing and talking about budget constraints before reluctantly agreeing. She gave my easier assignments to other nurses and stuck me with only the terminal cases. The harassment started right away too. During Kaylee's very first chemo session, Meredith called me 7 times about urgent matters that turned out to be routine paperwork. She started